And then let's move on to next season.
Well, we are joined by Mr. Fun himself, Willy Adames. Congratulations, Willie, on being named the Willie Mack Award winner for the Giants for 2025. You hit a home run in your first at bat after that. It's not a bad way to get the night going. Which aspect of winning that award, Willie, is the most meaningful to you?
I mean, I feel like just putting my name right next to Willie McCovey it's something surreal. It's something really, really special for me. And obviously, it's the biggest award that you can win as a Giant. So for me to be there right next to him is such an honor, and I'm just feel truly blessed.
Willie, Rich Riley here. Congratulations on the award tonight and the home run. You know, when I was playing there, Willie McCovey was around all the time. He was in the clubhouse every day. I know you never had the pleasure of probably meeting him, but what have you learned about him in the time that you've been there, especially now what means, you know, knowing what type of person he is getting this award with his name on it?
Yeah, no, I mean, what he represents for this organization and for himself that's what this game is about. You know, it's just having fun and being the best teammates you can be and being the greatest person ever. So for me, that's the award that I want to win, because that's how I define myself. You know, I feel like I try to be the best teammate I can be, and the best person, and that's how I want to be remembered too. So for me to be winning this award, it means the world for me.
Willie, your first year with the Giants, obviously. A lot of people looking ahead to 2026 next year and what you guys have built. Which aspects of this team do you think give you guys the most strength for next season?
I feel like the core of this team that we have here, I mean, I think the fans should be really excited about. I feel like, we have a really good core here. The boys, they come every day with the right attitude, they try to make adjustments, throughout the year. And I feel like the strength of this team is just having fun, and, just playing every day. And I feel like the guys that are here, the core of the guys that are here are warriors. They want to play every day. They want to go out there and compete every day. And I think, for me, that's the biggest thing that you can be excited about.
Willie, thanks for stopping by. Hey, go out and hit home run number 30. We're pulling for you.
I'm going to try.
And you got no cooler tonight. Congrats on that, too.
I know. I warned the guys. I say no cooler today, okay? It's a little cold today, and I got hit. I don't need no cold water.
I saw you peeking over there. Thanks for stopping by, Willie.
Thank you,
we'll
guys.
Talk to you soon.
Bob, you obviously know what the Willie Mack Award means for this franchise. To watch that ceremony and then see Willie do what he did in the first inning, what's kind of going through your mind there?
It reminded me of Milwaukee. He's got a little flair for the dramatic, and you know what that gets. You could tell he was nervous getting that award with all those guys out there and what it means to this franchise, this team, what Willie McCovey meant to this team. It's a pretty cool award that everybody looks forward to having an opportunity to get. He got it in his first year here. Again, you look up at the numbers. He's one away from a big number. So I mean, he deserves it. And I think he felt really good about it, and I think he was inspired when he got up in that first at bat and hits a home run, gives us a lead, and pretty good feel-good day.
Trevor McDonald, first win tonight, 10 strikeouts. Really was getting a lot of swing and miss with a curveball tonight. Just what were your thoughts on what you saw from him tonight?
What we saw last time, I mean, no walks, 10 punch-outs. A little different pitch mix against this club. Composed. He gives up the one home run, but probably shouldn't all been earned. Balls on the ground, strikeouts. I mean, he's really impressing here toward the end of the season. Someone we should, think long and hard about going into next season.
He ran into a little bit of trouble in the fifth inning there after giving up the home run. He retired 7 straight to end his outing. What can you say about the way he bounced back from that home run? Yeah,
it was. I don't want to say it was shy. It was unexpected. It was probably the one ball he got up, and Tovar put a good swing on it. But to that point, it didn't really feel like they had him solved at all. And afterwards, too, I mean, you always want to see how they react to 3 runs real quick like that. Now it's a different ball game at that time. But I've talked about it a lot. He's a pretty tough kid, and he's not scared out there. So it doesn't surprise me that he bounced back pretty good from that.
Chapman hits a milestone of 1,000 career hits today. What can you say about how he's been performing and reaching that milestone as well?
It's a lot of hits. It just means he's been durable and been around for a while, and there's a lot more to come. But, there's certain milestones and certain hit numbers that my guess is he's going to keep that ball. 1,000's a big number.
You mentioned thinking Willie was maybe a little nervous. Have you seen him nervous before this year?
Not like when he was giving that speech today. Nothing close to that. He's, no. So that kind of just shows you what the Willie Mack Award means to everybody.
Eldridge made that stretch on the Chapman throw from foul territory. What did that do to impress you? And do you have other first basemen who make that play, or only he can?
Well, he's taller. He's a big target, and Chapman even made that comment when he came in. It's a big target over there, which I'll tell you what, when you're on that side of the diamond and you can miss high as well, and when he let that one go, it was either going to be high, it wasn't going to be low. To have that kind of, visual over there, knowing that there's a big arm span and he can get anything up top like that. It's a nice comfort to have for infielders, especially on that side of the diamond.
Hi, Bob. Seems like your center fielder forgot the out count at the 8th inning. What did you see from there? Is it just a mental mistake or just a wonderful play? Or?
He just forgot the outs. Yeah, it's not like him.
Willie Mack, Bob was just saying he thought you seemed a little bit nervous when you made your speech. How did that feel? And then obviously stepping up to the plate first, we still kind of have some adrenaline going?
Yeah, obviously, getting that award is the biggest award that you can win as a Giant. And, for me to be right next to Willie Mack, it's an honor. It's truly special for me. And obviously, it's voted by my teammates, the coaches, and everybody in the staff, and the fans. So for me, that's what makes it even more special. The respect for my teammates and the people around me, and it's obviously something surreal.
Did that carry over a little bit into your first at bat? It seems like you kind of have this feel for the dramatic.
I don't know. It felt like it was something that was meant to happen, I guess. I didn't go there trying to hit a homer, just something that happened, and obviously, I'm gonna enjoy it. So it was great, yeah.
Well, the 30 homer drought's a big deal to the fans here. It's been 21 years since someone did it. How aware have you been of how long it's been, and maybe how much have you thought about it since you got to 28?
Everybody before just mentioning, that, and for me, it's just like, obviously it's a big deal, but for me, I just want to win, man. For me, I don't really care about hitting 30, and obviously I want to do it, but it's not something that I'm like, if I don't do it, if I don't do it this year, I'll do it next year. Rafi is going to do it for sure, and Choppy, if they stay healthy. So for me, it's just it was all about winning, I don't really, it's not my main focus,
I know we still got 2 games left in the season, but how would you evaluate the season overall for you? Just, first year here, going through the struggles in April and May, and then really turning it around in June onwards?
Obviously, there's a lot of room to improve for next year. For me personally, I feel like, hasn't been my best year. I said this before. It's a lot of stuff that I need to work on for next year and try to be more consistent. And obviously, like I say, the main focus is winning. So for me, it's just coming next year with the right mentality to go out there and compete since day one, and carrying that energy until the last game of the season. I feel like we kind of lost that, and it's tough.
What about the team? Really, it seems the best you could do is 500. You probably had bigger goals than that. What does the team have to do to get to the playoffs next year?
Yeah, just make a lot of adjustments. Like I was talking about the team when I responded to him. I feel like just got to continue to, after when the second half hits, it just continued the same mentality that we had in the first half. I feel like we lost it after the All-Star game, and something that we need to be better next year. Obviously, we have a lot of talent in this room, and we still have, like I said myself, I need to improve. As a team, we need to improve in certain areas, and obviously
I trust Buster. I know he's going to do whatever he can do this offseason to try to put the team in the best position that he can for next year. And then, the guys that are here, I'll go to war with them. I know they're going to do whatever it takes to come next year as ready as they ever been, and try to go out there and try to win the division next year.
Willie, what if you acceptance speech? You said that these are the best fans in the world. What have the fans here in San Francisco meant to you in this first season playing here?
It was amazing. Obviously, it was a disappointing season for them and for us too. They were expecting us to win, and they deserved that. They were showing up every day, and that's something that I really respect. Because it's hard when your team is not doing the best, and they were still showing up every day and getting this stadium packed. So that's something that I really admired and I'm really thankful for.
Willie, what
brought you here was to be a team leader, and you talk so much about winning and the lack of winning in the second half. How much are you going to think about in the offseason what you guys can do next year to make sure you don't hit the skids again and get the All-Star break or have something like this happen?
I mean, I'm already thinking about it. It's something that we need to address. I feel like the core of the guys that are here, we need to maybe have some dinners throughout the off season and figure out a way that we can keep the clubhouse together and the same energy throughout the year. But we need to figure out something to keep that energy that we had in the first half this year. So whatever it takes for next year, we got to do it. So I know the guys that are in here, you see Webby, Robbie, they out there every time that they are there competing, and we got Chappie every time he's out there, he's competing. I know they're going to do whatever to be in their best position that they can be for next year, and obviously they're going to do whatever it takes to make this team better.
Willie, what have you thought of McDonald, especially these last two times out? Trevor?
Oh, yeah, he's been amazing. He's really impressed me by the way that he's, carrying himself. I mean, you saw him in LA, he was shoving up against the Dodgers, just not something easy. And then today he was just competing, every at bat, every pitch. I feel like he was just dialed in, and he looked really good. I mean, that's something that the fans should be excited about, the way that he's finishing the season, and hopefully he can come next year healthy and go out there and continue to do that.
Talk about the shift in energy after the All-Star game. What do you think led to that? If there's anything you can hit?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of younger guys that they still don't know. I feel like they haven't played a full season like this in the big leagues, and this is the big leagues. This is not the minor leagues that if you make an error, they're not gonna say anything about. Sometimes here when you're struggling, people are expecting you to be better, and sometimes the pressure of that comes with a lot of stress, and some of the young guys that are in their first full season is tough to be in that position, and even myself sometimes, I'm still sometimes get a little bit of pressure and maybe try to do too much, and some stuff lead to bad habits, and you go into a slump for like 3 weeks, and then I'm just trying to give you an answer. I feel like there's not the right answer. It's just like a lot of things that need to be better. But I feel like that's something that we need to address inside and, do better.
Were you ever nervous at any point this season about how you were going to interject your leadership into this clubhouse joining the team as a new player?
이정우 선수 오늘 축하드립니다. 4타수 3안타 1득점입니다. 오늘 플레이트에서 좀 어프로치가 매우 좋았어요. 어떤 조금 어프로치로 가져갔는지 궁금하네요.
그냥 투수랑 타이밍 잘 맞추자라는 생각을 가지고 들어갔고, 또 일단 경기가 얼마 안 남았기 때문에 끝까지 최선을 다하자라는 생각으로 들어갔던 것 같습니다.
Yeah, it was all about just timing the pitches, and also we don't got too many games left, so just trying to finish strong out here right now. 이정우 선수 풀시즌이 이번이 처음이고요. 그리고 또 후반기에 되게 좋은 모습들 많이 보여주고 있어요. 비시즌에 또 할 일이 되게 많을 것 같은데 비시즌은 좀 어떻게 계획하고 있는지 궁금하네요.
일단 많이 좀 부족한 부분들도 느꼈고 또 특히 여기는 한국하고 다르게 경기 수도 많고 이동도 많고 또 시차도 달라지기 때문에 이 체력적인 부분에서 더 신경을 많이 써야 되겠다는 걸 느꼈고 그렇기 때문에 뭐 힘도 키워야 된다는 것도 느꼈고 그렇기 때문에 더 웨이트 트레이닝도 많이 하고 기술적인 훈련들도 많이 할 생각입니다.
Yeah, so physically I felt like there was a lack of where I felt like there was a little bit of fatigueness during the season. So I really want to work a lot on my strength and conditioning, and also mechanically I really want to work on the baseball side of it. So a lot going on this offseason, upcoming season. 이정우 선수 한 시즌에 148경기 뛴 거를 사실 이번 시즌이 처음이에요. 이정우 선수 커리어에서 제일 많이 뛰었던 부분인데 제일 어려웠던 부분이 뭐였는지 혹시 뭐 피로함이 있었는지 그런 부분이 궁금하네요.
일단 네 페넌트 레이스로만 봤을 때는 제일 많이 뛴 것 같고 그쵸. 예, 일단 한국은 6일하고 하루 쉬는데 또 비가 오거나 그러면 무조건 쉬는데 여기는 더 긴 연전이 있고 또 비가 와도 사실 취소돼서 다음에 하는 경우도 없고 끝까지 하고 아니면은 더블헤더를 한다든지 그런 식으로 진행되기 때문에 그런 일정적인 부분들에 있어서 많이 차이가 나는 것 같다고 느끼고 있습니다.
Yeah, just looking at to the regular season, as you mentioned, 140 games is the highest that I played. And just going back to my KBO season, we would go into 6 games in a row and we would have a fixed Monday off day, which is so different just the schedule-wise. And also, there's a lot of rain going on in Korea, so we would have a lot of rainouts where you gotta have to play every rain out here. So it's a lot different. So the schedule was a tougher season this year.
Would you describe your evening, especially as you're racking up all the swings and misses and strikeouts?
It was a lot of fun. We're trying to finish strong, and still win games. Definitely give me some confidence going into the offseason, coming back for next year.
I think StatCast had you throwing 52 curveballs. I don't know if that aligns with.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good. I mean, I throw a smaller slider and then a bigger, more sweepier one. I think it lists them all as curveball, but they are 2 different pitches. So,
what can you say about how effective, regardless of how they were categorized? I think you got 18 lifts total. About how effective those breaking pitches were for you.
Yeah, I mean, me and Patty kind of chatted between innings. If late in the game we were wondering if we wanted to swap the game plan a little bit, but I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we just kind of stuck with it and kept throwing it, and they kept swinging at it. So.
You're getting a lot of people to chase your curveball out of the zone. What do you feel like was working so well with that pitch tonight?
I think just adding a little bit of velocity to it this year, getting it up to 86, 87 instead of 82, 83 like it was earlier in the year. I think that's helped a lot just to help it play off that sinker.
How do you feel about just kind of this stretch here for you, these 2 starts going into next year, maybe kind of putting yourself more firmly on the radar for potentially a spot?
Yeah, like I said, it definitely gives me some confidence going into the off season. So I got a lot of work to do, things to get better at, things to improve on. But I'm going to build off this, carry it into the off season and try to come back strong for the spring.
I know you're busy trying to get ready for your start, but did you get a chance at all to watch the Willie Mac ceremony?
I got to watch a little bit, yeah, just mostly listen to it as I was warming up.
Yeah, what does it mean to you as a Giant? I know you're new with the team, but it's considered the most prestigious award to be given.
It means a lot. I was super happy for Willie. I come down and congratulated him in the dugout before the game started and pumped for him, and he does. He embodies what that award is, and it was awesome.
What is your goal in the offseason to get better, and what is your goal maybe for opening day next season?
Just to refine everything, build on what I've improved on this year. A little better command with the sinker. Move it around inside, outside. Just refine those shapes with the 2 different breaking balls and build on that. And obviously the goal is to come back and break with the team. So that's what we're trying to do.
Anywhere. Anywhere.
Yeah. Just wherever they need me.
Did you get doused with anything for getting the win?
Yeah, I got doused with a lot.
What
I just pulled shaving cream out my ears before I walked over here.
Anything else in the mix?
Applesauce is probably my least favorite. That was in there, still in my hair. So sorry if you can see it on one of the cameras.
I think they put you guys in a shopping cart or something like that.
Yeah, one of the laundry baskets back here.